Welcome back to Press Review. Let's start by taking a look at today's front pages in the Middle East. Starting with the Egypt Independent, which leads reporting that the National Alliance to Support Legitimacy, the NASL, on Monday called its supporters to stage an uprising of anger on the 3rd of July to march from all mosques to all squares nationwide. The paper also reports that Aswan prosecution ordered release of an official of the governorate's housing department on £30,000 Egyptian bail pending investigations. The UAE's Gulf News reports that the Pakistani army launched a ground offensive yesterday in North Waziristan after the evacuation of the civil population from the mountainous region and a fortnight of airstrikes that, according to the military, killed hundreds of terrorists. The paper also reports that Iraqi political leaders are likely to miss the deadline set by the country's top Shiite cleric to agree on a prime minister who can narrow sectarian divisions as the insurgents sought to bolster their control. And from Iran, the Tehran Times reports that the Nuclear Research Center, through cooperation with the Presidential Office for Scientific and Technical Affairs, has succeeded to produce 15 types of radioisotopes used in cancer treatment and rare diseases. The paper also reports that Iranian Defense Minister Hossein Dehkhan said the ISIS must be tried for committing war crimes in Iraq and Syria. From Beirut, the Daily Star reports that a roadside bomb exploded close to a Lebanese army patrol in the northern city of Tripoli. The paper also reports that fears have grown that terrorist attacks could escalate during the holy month of Ramadan, as investigation with detainees revealed further details on plots to attack the country. From Riyadh, the Arab News reports that Saudis and expats have welcomed the move to close retail shops at 9 p.m, saying it would have a positive impact on social life and productivity. The paper also reports that Saudi Arabia has recruited patients for a crucial study on the source of the deadly MERS virus, acknowledging it is late but pledging more work on the epidemic. And now let's take a look at the top Mideast news from papers in the UK. The Telegraph leads Middle East news reporting that President Barack Obama ordered a further 200 US troops backed by drones and helicopters to reinforce the American embassy in Baghdad. The paper says the announcement brings the US deployment to Iraq to nearly 800 troops tasked with advising the Iraqi military and protecting American diplomats as jihadist forces continue to wreak havoc throughout the country. The Guardian leads Middle East news reporting that Israeli jets and helicopters launched dozens of airstrikes across the Gaza Strip overnight, just hours after the bodies of 3 abducted Israeli teenagers were found in a shallow grave near the southern West Bank city of Hebron. The paper says the airstrikes, which struck 34 locations in the Hamas-run Gaza Strip, came as troops on the West Bank killed an 18-year-old Palestinian during a raid. And the Independent reports that Hamas has warned Israel against waging war on the Gaza Strip in retaliation for the death of 3 kidnapped Israeli youth, threatening that the gates of hell will open should action be taken. The paper says the response came after Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu vowed Hamas is responsible and Hamas will pay, following the discovery of the bodies of 3 missing youth yesterday. Now let's take a look at top Mideast news in international papers. From Germany, the Deutsche Welle reports that US President Barack Obama said he had sent an extra 200 troops equipped with surveillance equipment and helicopters to protect US interests and citizens in Iraq. The paper adds that the Pentagon said the new detachment was also equipped with aerial drones to protect US personnel traveling away from the embassy in the event of an evacuation. And finally, the Global Times reports that senior Iranian nuclear negotiator Abbas Araghchi was quoted as saying that total removal of sanctions against Iran should be part of any potential nuclear deal between the Islamic Republic and the world powers. The paper says in regards to the upcoming talks, Araghchi emphasized that only Iran's nuclear issue will be the subject of discussions. For more updates, visit our website levant.tv. Thanks for watching Press Review. Be sure to join us again tomorrow, and bye for now.